Hi, it's Squeezy. So yesterday I had a weird dream, and this dream was so weird and it just got me thinking. Alright, the dream was about Jesus. Jesus was dressed in a dress and he was holding on to this strip, you know, the strip pole that strippers dance on and stuff, and he was just there shaking his ass and stuff. And it got me thinking, what if Jesus was a lesbian? And the idea, like, when you think of an idea, like those ideas you think of, like sometimes I'll think of an idea and then the idea will just keep growing in my head, and then you start to realize. So yeah, the idea just kept building and I just started seeing things, and I actually now starting to believe that what if Jesus was a lesbian? And I'm going to give a few reasons why. Obviously, I just wanted to say that I don't mean to offend all the Christians out there. I'm actually Christian. I believe that God was real and God exists. I also believe in unicorns, fairy tales, princesses, and a lot more. I believe Frozen is real and Arendelle actually exists. So I actually believe in everything, you know what I mean? So I was just gonna tell you about why I think Jesus is actually a lesbian. Jesus was a lesbian. Now I don't mean this. Maybe a better way to say it is that Jesus maybe was a she-male, a tranny, transsexual. So Jesus could actually have been these things. Now I don't mean to offend Jesus. I know Jesus is real, but when Jesus looks at me, he understands that I'm a fool and I'm always there to sin, so he will forgive me. But this is just something that has been on my mind. So if you think about it, Jesus, they used to wear those trousers. Jesus did never wear trousers. Sorry, exactly, that's the problem. Like Jesus's times, those people never used to wear trousers. They just used to wear rounded dresses. Him and this crewman, they were lesbians. They never wore trousers. So that means they had no boxers, man. So guys would walk around with their ding ding swinging everywhere. So that actually shows that Jesus could have been a lesbian because he had no pants, man. Like if I start walking around with that dress with no pants on, you're gonna think I'm lesbian, isn't that right? So yeah, I think that makes Jesus a lesbian. Okay, another reason I have to believe that Jesus was a lesbian is because he had all these women that came up to him and he said no to them. Now why would a guy say stuff like that to a woman? Like, I understand back in those days, people, like, they weren't attractive, they had no makeup. Like imagine the amount of ugly girls would have now if there was no makeup like those people used to have there. We would have, every girl would be ugly, every girl the word beautiful would not exist. Like I wonder how they could call someone beautiful back then. Like imagine girls without makeup. Who's gonna actually sit down and call her beautiful? You're gonna go on a date with her, you're gonna look at her and say, wow, this girl is so ugly, but I need to lose my virginity. And that's all they probably thought about, you know what I mean? So the reason why I think Jesus was lesbian is because when all these girls came to him, the guy said no. Like a typical lesbian, that's what lesbians do. Even lesbians have choices. Like before I knew stuff, I actually thought that lesbians were people that if a lesbian saw a woman, he just wanted to shag her. But then there was this girl in my college that I used to finger every once and then. She eventually turned lesbian. I don't know if I wasn't fingering her right, so she basically turned lesbian after a while. I still wish she was a bit of straight because I miss fingering her, but back to the point is that after some time she told me that lesbians also had standards. That lesbians said no to girls than anyone else, just like Jesus. They curved girls more than anyone. So the reason why Jesus was probably curving all these girls because he didn't like them. He had the girl that he liked, a special girl, because Jesus might have been a lesbian. Another thing that shows that Jesus was a lesbian, it's his long hair. Like who on earth would have that long hair unless you're a woman? Jesus was a woman. That's why he was protecting all those women, whatever. That's why he tells us to respect women. Like they used to stone women back in the day, but Jesus comes around and says, stop stoning these slugs. And these people they used to stone were actually slugs. Like if you went around and you started sucking some other girl's guy's dick, you would get stoned for being a slug. Like just imagine if we had that law right now, the amount of slugs I would stone. Like you would just stone everyone, sister, cousins. I would stone my own relatives because I know some of my relatives that are dirty slugs and you just want to slap them. But I would be stoning everyone, man. I would be stoning our prime minister because I think she's a bit of a slug as well. Like Jesus just used to do these things that proved that he wasn't a man. He was a woman, but not just any type of woman, a lesbian. So he was a special kind of woman. So that dream actually opened my eyes that Jesus could have been a lesbian. That it doesn't change anything. I know the Bible is against lesbianism and gayism Bible is also against a lot of things, man. Like, I wouldn't be recording this video because the Bible's probably against something that makes cameras which do videos, you know. So the Bible, I love the Bible. I also love those comic books, those fairy tales books and all that stuff. I believe in a lot of things, you see. So yeah, I just wanted to share my views on what I think Jesus could have been. I don't think Jesus was fully a guy. He could have been a woman. He could have been a woman that liked women. And all along, that's why it was quite easy for him to chill with all those 12 guys. Like, I would feel weird chilling with all those 12 guys. Like, just imagine chilling with 12 niggas. It would feel a bit gay, but for Jesus, because he was a lesbian, he didn't mind. He probably watched them shower. He probably watched them whip their dicks in his face. But that did not bother him. You know what I mean? They even used to kiss each other on the cheek because he was a lesbian. He did not mind me kissing a guy on the cheek. I would never kiss a guy on the cheek. You'd have to pay me. No, you can't pay me shit to kiss a guy on the cheek. But yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, I think that's what could have happened. Anyway, I'm out. Peace.